Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julian Grace. It was a dreary Mother's Day and the wet weather is not out of our area just yet. With heavier and more consistent rain on the way for tomorrow, we have issued WRAL Weather Alert Day for Monday. Meteorologist Anthony Baglione is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center with a look at what we can expect for the start of the work week. Anthony.
Julian, with this system pushing in, this is kind of round one for us today. It's going to be a lot wetter through the next couple of days. If you have not seen much rainfall today, that will change into both Monday and Tuesday. Here's a loop over the past 6 hours that you can see. We're not seeing those oranges and the reds necessarily, so it's not been super heavy. Relatively light coverage, but it's definitely been damp for many of us out there today for our Mother's Day. We head here toward Clayton and Smithfield, even toward Goldsboro. This is the extent of what's left out there right now. It's extremely light coverage if it's even reaching the ground. Most of our evening is looking okay. If you're headed out still for dinner plans, they are fine. We get through tonight. You can see most of that coverage just kind of lingering a little bit. There's 8 o'clock or so. We get into tonight and early tomorrow morning, though. Watch what happens by 7 o'clock in the morning. Our commute is going to likely be wet. If it's not wet right at 7 o'clock, look what happens through the late morning into early afternoon. Everyone will be talking rain. We could see some thunderstorms. It will be a very, very wet start to the week. And at this point, because of an additional 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, we have a flood watch outlined for nearly our entire viewing area, Julian. That goes until Tuesday morning. We're going to go over, though, this system more in detail and talk about some hot temperatures that could also be in the forecast here in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, let's go to some breaking news at 6. Big Ed's has released a statement following a fight that led to shots fired at their location on Falls of Noose Road in Raleigh this morning. Now, WRAL's Megan Glova is live in the live center with what we're hearing and what they're saying tonight. Megan.
Julian, here's what they just shared on Facebook. They begin with some scheduling updates. Big Ed's North will be closed Tuesday, May 13th. All locations closed on Mondays. The company will share further scheduling updates Monday and or Tuesday. They go on to say they want staff and loved ones to rest, adding that leadership will do all it can to care for them at this time. Now, Big Ed's gives a heartfelt thanks to the Raleigh Police Department, Wake County EMS, and Raleigh Fire as well. They also want to extend sincere appreciation and also deepest concerns to their customers, ending this statement with, "We love you and appreciate all that you do for our restaurant." Back to you.
Thanks, Megan. Let's stay on this topic right now. Let's get right over to WRAL's Heidi Kirk, who is live outside the restaurant. And Heidi, you heard from several people who were in the area at the time of the fight. What did they have to say?
Julian, we did, and I'll add that just within the last few hours, the crime scene tape came down from right in front of Big Ed's restaurant. Take a look back here. You'll notice that it's rather quiet right now, but from the people that we talked to who were out here today, whether they were working at the businesses or just stopping by, they said that it was actually busier than normal. People eating Mother's Day brunch here, coming out to shop, spend the day with family. But you'll notice right now it's rather quiet ever since those shots rang out.
Hey guys, I can take somebody over here.
This looks like any other Sunday for Cody Boone, helping out customers and running the cash register at the butcher's market until
I looked out the door to see mass hysteria, just everybody coming straight down away from the Big Ed's.
Raleigh police say a fight broke out with shots fired just a few doors down at Big Ed's restaurant, leading up to that commotion. Boone says a small crowd took cover inside the store.
People were actually starting to break down and cry. I had the person I was ringing out at the time literally went behind our butcher's case to the point to seek shelter.
Police say 2 people were transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries related to the fight, and a third person suffered a graze wound. Boone says it's the last thing you'd expect at this restaurant, especially on a day that's meant for celebration.
Yeah, I always thought it was like a very family-oriented, very safe place where everybody can just chill and just eat some really good grub.
We're working to learn more from Raleigh police about what led up to that fight.
Now, of course, lots of questions still remain from Raleigh police. They have told us that at this time, no arrests have been made, but that investigation is ongoing. But just within the last few minutes, we actually got new video into our newsroom to show kind of what played out here inside that restaurant. We have Megan Glova in the live center.
Yeah, Heidi, very disturbing video we just got in here. We have to warn you, you're going to hear some shots fired, but you don't actually see anyone shot. Take a look.
Go now.
Again, some very just disturbing video there from Big Ed's this morning. We'll share any updates here on WRAL.com and throughout the night, coming up on WRAL News at 10. Back to you.
It's unbelievable. Thanks, Megan. We will check back in with you later. Well, a Spectrum worker is critically injured after being hit by a car in Cary just last night. It happened on Kit Creek Road and Green Level Church Road at around 10:20 in the evening. Cary police say the person was pulled over for work purposes when they were hit by a car. Police arrested 36-year-old Juanita Ramirez. Her charges are driving while impaired and felony serious injury by vehicle. We're still working to learn the name and condition of the Spectrum employee. Durham police say a man has died after a crash on 15501 last night. We first brought this story to you as breaking news on WRAL at 11. Now, police say a car was merging from Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard onto 15501. They say the driver hit Alfredo Menendez, who was walking in a lane. He died from his injuries. Investigators say no charges have been filed against the driver at this time. Child care providers in the Triangle and across the country will shut their doors, call out sick, or close down early to participate in the 4th annual National A Day Without Child Care. This is video from last year's rally in Durham. It's a national day of action led by providers calling for investment in the child care system. Organizers say holding one day without services is a powerful way to get people's attention.
If we close for one day, it ensures that we can have longevity.
Look at that shot from the Gardner Tower right now. Clouds are everywhere. Welcome back. Across the world today, Catholics had their first Sunday Mass under a new pope. Parishioners filled the pews at the Holy Name of Jesus Cathedral in Raleigh. Monsignor David Brockman shared his excitement about Pope Leo XIV, the first pope born on U.S. soil.
We look forward maybe to a visit here to the United States. That would be great. And to have him come to our country, it could be a great moment of evangelization. As you already see that spirit taking place with people so interested, they're focused on this all over the world.
Pope Leo XIV returned to the balcony where he was introduced to the world this week to give his first Sunday blessing. He also celebrated a private mass near the tomb of St. Peter and prayed at the tombs of several past popes. Graduates and their families braved the rain this morning for Duke University's commencement. There they are right there. The ceremony was held at Wallace Wade Stadium. Former Duke basketball player and Basketball Hall of Fame inductee Grant Hill gave today's commencement address.
You are graduating into one of the toughest tests of our time, whether we mean what we say we believe. The world doesn't need more promises. It needs more people who keep them. But I believe you are the ones who can lead us. Your time here has shown you what it's like to be in a community where values are lived.
Sounds like a great speech. Nearly 1,800 Blue Devils received their diplomas today, including more than 320 from North Carolina. Taking a look at RDU this evening, more than 45 flights have been delayed to canceled. RDU is experiencing a major travel surge with 250,000 passengers flying in and out of the airport for Mother's Day weekend and graduations. WRAL's Laura Levine shares how some people are celebrating the holiday here and one meeting that happened between a mother and a daughter.
At the airport, you meet many different people of different walks of life, and this Mother's Day is no different. Tell me how you're celebrating your Mother's Day.
Well, we flew into town. We used to live in Carborough, and we came to celebrate my daughter's graduation.
She and her husband are flying back to Santa Fe, New Mexico, after watching their daughter, Rishika Mitra Cameraman, reach new heights.
And so cards and flowers are great for Mother's Day, but the real gift is that my daughter wants to give back to the troubled teen industry as a social worker because she herself, being adopted, had a really rough road in high school.
She tells me she was adopted from India when she was a baby. Growing up, she had a challenging time, served time in jail, but still graduated high school behind bars and turned her life around. Seeing her walk that stage, tell me what was going through your mind.
Massive goosebumps, tears.
Now her daughter has earned her master's in social work, eager to change lives. Meanwhile, at RDU, her mom tells me this is truly what parenthood is all about. Watching your kids fly.
She's going to help other parents and children in the troubled teen industry. So I just feel like it's the best Mother's Day present in the whole entire world.
Reporting for WRAL News, I'm Laura Levine in Raleigh.
Oh, what a great story. Anthony, let's talk about that rain.
Yeah, it was certainly kind of a wet start for us, Julian, but we managed to see at least a little bit of dry time through this afternoon. It's starting to wrap up, I would say, at least this first kind of initial system coming through today. Next couple of days, though, radar is going to be totally filled in, which we'll talk about here shortly. Here's the loop, though, over the past 6 hours or so. You can see definitely that light rain continuing off and on through the day. Where we sit at the moment, there's very little coverage left over from Clayton, where the radar is spinning around there. Smithfield, Goldsboro, this batch has just been kind of sitting there, really not moving too much, and it's extremely light at this point. This tells the story, though. There's our apex camera. You can see nothing coming down at the moment. Roads are trying to dry out. It's definitely damp in many locations, but we're not seeing any of that heavy rainfall right now. We do, though, have a flood watch outline from the National Weather Service starting technically at 2 a.m. tomorrow morning, going all the way through Tuesday morning for an additional 2 to 4 inches of rain anywhere where you see those green shaded outlines there. And there are some pockets that we could see 5+ inches of rain. That would not be a good thing because it's just coming all in a short period of time. We talk about the futurecast here. You can see relatively limited coverage through the next couple of hours. There's 8 o'clock. Again, most of that where it's at the current moment is going to stay there. It's not going to linger too much. But we get into tomorrow morning, pack the rain gear all day long. Look at the rain coming in from the south yet again. 7 o'clock in the morning, we start to see it pushing in. If you did not see any rain coming down today, you will see rain tomorrow. There's a look at lunchtime. Scattered showers and thunderstorms off and on through the day. As opposed to what we've seen today, where it's been really, really light for the majority of us. Notice those shaded colors that are starting to pop up. That could be, again, some thunderstorms coming through. Really, really heavy rainfall. Monday into Tuesday, it may thin out a touch Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday night looks a little bit better. Wednesday afternoon, it comes back in full force, and then we dry out, at least try to, Thursday, Friday. A very, very wet pattern, though, through the next couple of days. Temperatures, despite the rain, the cloud cover, they'll be manageable, I would say. 72 tomorrow afternoon. We start off probably in the mid to upper 60s, right about lunchtime, sitting at 70 degrees tomorrow. We currently are actually about what that temperature will feel like tomorrow afternoon. We're in the upper 60s in Raleigh and Durham, 70 currently in Fayetteville, 73 in Clinton. There's definitely some humidity in the atmosphere that's going to be with us through the next few days. It may feel a little bit more humid, I would say, by Tuesday, Wednesday. We drop down tonight, though, upper 50s to the north, low to mid 60s from the triangle to the south. Certainly a wet start tomorrow morning. We keep those rainfall chances through probably Wednesday. It starts to thin out. Thursday, Friday look okay. Temperatures heat back up, though. 91 on Friday. I will say if we start to increase those rain chances on Friday, we could certainly no doubt see some severe storms on Friday with that heat in the atmosphere. Coverage looks relatively low at this point. We'll keep watching it. Even into next weekend, Julian, those temperatures still in the upper 80s.
Thanks, Anthony. Lewis, the Canes, they have some serious momentum right now.
They do, Julian. The Carolina Hurricanes are 2 wins away from a return to the Eastern Conference Final. We're talking Freddie Anderson, the goalie's hot start to the postseason. Next.
Now, here's Renee and Jeff with a look at what we're working on for WRAL News tomorrow morning.
Comfortable temperatures will start off our work week. Elizabeth will map out our rain chances, and Ken will have your traffic every 10 minutes.
Plus, if life throws you a curveball, could your finances handle it? 5 on your side's Keely Arthur shares easy steps to build up your emergency fund. Join us tomorrow beginning at 4:30 a.m.
We start with an update on some potential injuries for the Carolina Hurricanes. Head coach Rod Brindamore said this morning the team appears to be okay health-wise. Jordan Martinook took a nasty puck on this block and had to leave the game late in the third period. Brindamore said he thinks Martinook should be okay to play moving forward. Same with defenseman Jalen Chatfield. Brindamore said he should be okay to play. Game 4 is Monday night at 7 p.m. in Raleigh. I want to take a second to put goalie Freddie Anderson's numbers into perspective so far this postseason. Anderson has played in 7 games. He has 1 shutout, a goals against average of 1.32, and a .940 save percentage. That's first, and tied for first this postseason. There's a bigger picture here. The defense is working well in front of him. They're limiting shots. But to paraphrase Jack Roslovic, he saved their you-know-what a few times on Saturday. Anderson is doing exactly what the Hurricanes need, and then some. The Canes are executing what they want as a team for most of the series, but a player or two stepping up big time always helps.
Sometimes you need those individual efforts, right? Like we had that tonight. This one's more, for me, that was what it was about tonight. We talk about Freddie, we talk about, Robbie. That's a huge goal. Start of the third period, which that's an individual effort. Stash's goal is individual effort. So sometimes that's what you got to have.
We turn to the NCAA tournament for women's lacrosse. Tar Heels and Blue Devils in the second round. Let's start with undefeated #1 overall North Carolina. We're going to go to the second quarter. Freshman Chloe Humphrey with the interception. What a season, what a game. She gets this goal to go, her second of the quarter, setting a new NCAA record for goals by a freshman with 75. Third quarter, Tar Heels find a cutting Marissa White, her second goal of the day, and Carolina will stay undefeated. Tar Heels advance to the quarterfinals 18-9, the final versus Clemson. Another ACC matchup, Duke on the road against number 5 Virginia. Cutting Callie Hem cashes it in. Duke with the lead early. Now I want you to check out this play from Ava Pronti. Loses it for a second, catches it behind the back. Are you kidding me? Look at the replay on this one. Oh! That's smooth. Duke up 8-5 at halftime. They pull away in the third. Blue Devils advance 17-9 over number 5 Virginia. Now to regular season baseball. Duke at Clemson down 2-0. Jake Hyde with a moon shot. Clemson coach watching during the in-game interview. That's a little awkward. 2-1 Clemson. Top of the fifth now. Duke up 3-2. Runners on first and second. Jake Hyde again. Did it go to like the exact same spot? I think there might just be one dent on that roof. Hyde finishes with 4 RBIs and 2 homers. Very next batter, Tyler Albright. See ya. Duke wins the series at Clemson. 8-4 the final. Julian, remember, the ACC tournament for baseball is coming up in just a couple of weeks. It will be at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park this postseason.
Love seeing all that excitement in the dugout. What a game. Thanks, Lewis. And thank you for joining us. NBC Nightly News is next. And join us back here for another half hour of WRAL News tonight at 11. Have a great night.